Welcome back to the channel. I'm J and we are locked in. This is episode 3 of All-American Homecoming, and Simone has a lot on her plate. We know she had the little anxiety attack. She ended up getting the physical from Dr. Allen, so now she's good. She went on and won second place in Queen of the Court. Now she actually made the team, but right now we got to start off with bringing back the fundamentals. You're on the team now, but now you're at the collegiate level. That means we're a step up. So before we jump into this episode, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of it, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button, it's the easiest thing you can do. Now this is all American, so we know nothing is sweet. We still got to figure out, what are we going to do? Is Keisha going to tell her dad that she doesn't want to go to school to be a doctor, or is she going to go along with the program? Let's jump into it. This is episode 3 of All-American Homecoming. As I was saying in the intro, we know that Simone made the team, but you were wondering why she's still working out in this baby blue. Now she's hitting the little sprints. She boom, boom, boom. Oh, look at that time. You did good, girl. Well, guess what? Here goes your bag. You're officially a part of the team. You get the outfit, you get the practice gear, and you get a new pair of shoes. So everybody's like, okay, you did your thing, Simone. I'm like, finally, we can all get in uniform. Of course, Captain over there, Thea, she over here hating still. She looks at Simone, she's like, flips the little tennis racket around and walks off. What else were we going to expect from the Lions? They took another L, but this time it was only by maybe 1 run, I think they said. Either way it went, a L is a L. I don't care if it's by 10 points or 1 point. A L is a L. Now you remember, they just all built that team camaraderie at the end of last week. They were playing video games and things, but now it looks like everyone is down. Now they're trying to ask Coach Turner, what can we do because the team's morale is in the dirt? Well, that's on the team. JR, he presents something talking about maybe we get new uniforms and new equipment. Bro, it's too late into the season to do all this. We're not about to go order new equipment for y'all to work out on and still lose. We're not about to order new jerseys when we aren't winning. No, that has to begin at the beginning of the season. Now Damon's talking about the NIL, where collegiate players, athletes, they can actually get paid for their likeliness now. And they're saying, how about if the players, we bring in our own money from outside donors? Now, Coach, he makes something clear. We don't want teammates competing with each other. Damon, you could have went to the pros. A lot of these players, they aren't going to do anything after this season. After they finish school, it's back to regular life. So he doesn't want that competition amongst the players. But Damon is going to make calls anyway. Welcome to the real world, Damon. He's trying to call some of his contacts and see if they will sponsor him and a couple of people on the team. Now, he just now coming to a realization that they want to support him. They don't want to support the people that aren't doing nothing, but also they don't want to put money into a school that just came back off of a cheating scandal and y'all aren't winning anything. You got to understand, when you invest dollars, you want dollars back. And if you guys ain't doing nothing, then they're not going to give any money. And Simone is saying, I know that, man. The only thing that stresses me out is sports and financial aid. Simone's falling right into Damon's trap. She's talking about, I had to run a mile in under 7 minutes. I'm in a 10th spot. I got to work my way up. He's like, oh, calm down, because we know how you had these little panic attacks. In the nose, out the mouth. And he grabs her hands and she kind of looks, which, you know, her and Jordan are still involved. So she should have said, oh, wait, yo, you know what I'm saying? You can talk me through my breathing, but you don't have to hold my hands. But she's feeling Damon a little bit. We know Simone's been staying over Auntie P's house because she hasn't paid her room and board, just her tuition. Now she's staying over in that man Nate's room. Nate got the do-rag on. He talking about, I'll never leave a sister out here stressed out. But they start getting on her because she made the team, but she's saying Thea's making it a living hell. Now Keisha, she's the RA, and of course, girls aren't supposed to be in boys' rooms. That's illegal. You're not supposed to do this. But, you know, she's holding it down for the gang. And she's saying, if Thea gives you a hard time, I'll get rid of this gift bag. Or I'll throw it at her head. Damon's been trying to get sponsorships. No one is answering. And JR's like, man, we'll figure out another way to get us some. Don't trip over it. But when they look over into the bleachers, they see a guy from something called Sprintflix. I'm guessing it's a fake Netflix. And JR said, I thought you struck out with everybody. And Damon is saying, I did. So that means someone else must be making these phone calls to use their connections. And JR says, wait, ain't that your mama? Damon's mom is out here, but we know that she's a business lady. Coach Turner shows up and he already told Damon, don't call for any sponsors. We don't want all that attention on the school. We want the boys to play baseball so we can try to win. Now Damon's mom is telling him, hey, those are my connects. All you had to do is ask. Now Coach Turner comes out and he's saying, I've already told Damon not to do this. We're focusing primarily on baseball. She's saying, well, guess what? Dr. Allen told me to come do it because he knows that they need to raise some money for this baseball team or the program is gone. So now Coach Turner's in a tough spot. Thanks a lot, Damon. Simone's in the 10th spot, so she's trying to come up with an idea to get the whole team to bond, and her decision to do something is Thea's birthday. So she goes to the teammates and says, let's celebrate her birthday. But they even mention, if Thea doesn't say she wants to celebrate her birthday, we won't do it. Simone came from Beverly Hills, so she's like, no, everyone celebrates their birthday. No, everyone doesn't. You see, Spencer didn't even want to celebrate his birthday. But she talks to Keisha and Nate, and they're like, she didn't want to do anything? They don't do anything. But Simone is saying, nah, we got to do something for her. Just let Thea be. Just work your butt off. Work your way up to that 6th spot at least and be in the competition. Auntie P, she out here making it happen. Now, she had a former student come in, and it looks like he's with the Atlanta Daily Press. So he's just telling the kids, this class was very important for me to move forward and, get into my career. So definitely, let's thank Miss Patterson for this. This man called himself Ratchet Ralph. Now, what he's doing is he's pushing up a little bit on Auntie P, talking about, hey, let's do lunch, maybe dinner. Let's keep it low key. We can catch up. I can help you grade papers. Is she falling into the same trap that our girl Carrie did when it came to Zeke? I sure hope not. Damon's mom is saying, you really, you're starting to fit in here. And he's saying that this is one of the best decisions for him because it's a brotherhood. Now, it looks like mom is really out here putting in work. Other sponsors were hearing that people are coming and they're starting to be interested in this HBCU, so they wanted to jump in. Now, she has a little meeting set up where they're going to actually talk about the team. This is going to give other players an opportunity to get a sponsorship. JR's been doing some digging to find out if Damon is really his little brother or not. Now, he goes over there and he talks to Damon's mom. And he's saying, they're getting reacquainted because they didn't start off on the right foot. And he starts asking her about the scar on his head. Is this because he was hard-headed as a kid? And she even told him, well, I don't know. He had it since he was a baby. So this is making JR think even harder. Like, okay. So he is adopted for sure. He got the scar before he was with her. Interesting. Then he pulls up a picture of baby Damon with a gash above his eye. We need to figure this out. Is this my little brother or no? Damon goes and talks to Simone. Now, Simone is saying, you really think your mom changed up and she's really interested in the thoughts and the things that Damon wants to do? Now, her mom, she didn't want her to go to HBCU. She wanted her to stay in California and go to school there where they would pay for it, which is why she came out here and she doesn't have her room and board paid because her parents, they aren't supporting this decision. Now, Damon is saying, I just came here to talk to you and to support me, not to criticize my mom and compare it to your mom because she doesn't want you doing a certain thing. Now, I do agree with Simone a little bit. Do you think that your mom actually changed like that? If she's been this way so long, she just overnight? But I understand where Damon is coming from too. That is his mother. Ratchet Ralph got the dinner at Auntie P's. She didn't cook. We didn't got some wine, and she can't believe she's drinking with a former student. Well, he says, I'm grown now. She said, you always been grown, Ralph. He said, but I'm grown. Actually, I have an opportunity for you. Now, the cheating scandal was all brought up by her. Now, he's a journalist. At first, I thought he was doing this just to try to get in with that but he's here on business. I like the way you think, Ratchet Ralph. We're going to call you Working Ralph. Simone's in the common area. She ain't got no money, but she's setting up a birthday party. Now, some girl comes in talking about, I was going to study in here, but I can't now because all these little streamers and balloons. Like, if you're going to study, then study. If not, go to your room. Now, Thea comes in here talking about the girls told me you throwing a birthday party. I don't want no birthday party. Simone's like, damn, they running their mouth. You didn't think this through. Oh, Thea and Simone, they have a heart to heart. Now, she's saying, since everyone knows about this party, I have to show up or I'll be a complete B. And Simone is saying, no, just let someone do something nice for you. Just show up. We're a team. We're a sisterhood. So you can tell that Thea hasn't had anyone do anything nice for her. And this is just because of her own attitude. Yes, that attitude. The way she acts, no one wants to be around that. Damon goes to talk to President Allen, who went from the drum line in the HBCU to the president of HBCU. Now, Damon is saying, hey, my mom is helping setting up some sponsorships. We got a presentation going on, but she's trying to get more than just me sponsorships. Everyone on the team, it's a team thing. Now, Dr. Allen is saying, no, You got to understand, we need to focus on one person. That'll bring credibility and dollar signs to the school. Dr. Allen talk about, man, you got your own logo. They got that 24, RIP to Kobe. Damon Sims. He's like, when this drops tonight, you're going to have all kinds of sponsors in your inbox. Now, who is this sponsorship by? Is this just, saying screen print at the local store? Is this Nike, Reeboks, Adidas? Who is this? Thea, she's coming to the birthday party, but Simone's looking at her like, hey, man, you got to put a smile on or something. You look like you don't want to be here. So she cracks a little fake smile, You're like, oh, here we go. You already know Thea's going to be trying to fight back the urge to call somebody out because she is captain. Happy birthday. The only people that showed up is Keisha, Nate, and 3 dudes. I don't even think they showed up for it. They just in the in the common area playing the game. And Thea's talking about, this is why I didn't want to have a birthday party. I knew no one would show up. Oh my goodness. How old are we, man? I stand corrected. Nathaniel goes by she. My bad. But this lady here, she's coming in here. She wants to file a complaint because Nate has random people staying up in the room. You ain't supposed to jeopardize the safety of everyone else by just letting someone random coming in here. Now, Keisha hears this and she knows it is her job as the RA to go ahead and take these complaints seriously, because if someone is paying their money and Simone isn't paying her money to stay there, she technically should not be in there. I have a lot of respect for Nathaniel. She said, if I was here to try to correct everybody, I would run out of air correcting people. Simone's like, why you let her disrespect you? Some things you just got to let go. They call Mo corny. They say, Mo, you talk too much. If I went in the comments and tried to correct everybody, I'd lose my day. You just got to keep it pushing. Hey, Nathaniel, I like to hear that from you. Nathaniel get on her ass. Nathaniel said, you got to start listening to what people want. Nathaniel don't want you stepping up for her. Also, if you would have listened to Thea and she didn't want this damn birthday party, we wouldn't have been here wasting time. We've been saying that for the longest. Stop worrying about everybody else. Worry about you. If they tell you something, just like Damon was telling you about his mom, listen to him. But Nathaniel walks off and leaves her phone on the table. Auntie P is talking to our boy, Coach Turner, and of course he's still upset about this sponsorship because all players aren't created equal. Now this could become a real problem in real life. You got some students pulling up in Ferraris because they got big deals, and then you got other kids got to walk to campus. We'll get to that point when we cross it. But now she's saying, I got a full-time job at the Atlanta Daily Press, and I'm thinking about leaving my job here at the school and doing that. Now, she doesn't know if she really wants to do that all the way, but Turner, he's saying, maybe you should. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to make something happen for yourself. But he's really trying to convince her that there's much more here for you. Me, I would have heard the full-time job, get up out this school since they already cutting my classes. I can make more money and do less work. Yeah, I'm going over to the Atlanta Daily Press. But Turner is saying, we need you here. Now, he wants her to support herself and pursue her dreams and, whatever career she wants. But you got to remember, he was the one that helped her with being the whistleblower. So he needs someone on his side at the school. Simone come over here. Auntie, were you dating Marcus Turner? She like, girl, if you don't stay out of grown folks' business. We've been telling y'all that since the original All-American. These kids is always in adult business. You broke as hell, Simone. You need to be worried about getting a part-time job and figuring out if you're going to be staying at Auntie P's house or not, because you can't be staying on campus. Now, it does come out that the rumors are true. Auntie P, she did used to date Marcus back in the day, and that's why he's so supportive. The whole team, they getting ready. They got that presentation coming. We all about to potentially get sponsorship deals. Who you think gonna be there? Oh, them? Okay, cool. But then we get over to our boy Damon, and he's looking at it like, man, they don't even know it. I'm about to get me a new logo. I'm about to get my own clothing. They don't even know that they probably not gonna get anything. Damon comes in and tells Coach Turner about tonight's presentation. It's not about the team, it's about me. And he's like, damn it, Damon, I told you I didn't want your mom involved. I already knew this would be like this. But now if you think the team is discouraged, they're going to be even, oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say. I don't even have words for you, Damon. We knew that this would happen. Everybody isn't created equally. But now you about to parade the whole team out there and reveal your new logo. Coach Turner told Damon, you need to just talk to your team so they won't be bombarded when you get out there. Now, when he takes the podium, he tells everyone, Coming to this HBCU, Brixton was probably the best decision. But he's not doing this just for himself. He's doing it for his teammates. And he lets his teammates get up there and start talking and tell their story. So the investors, not only are they going to be interested in him, they'll see that this team is more of a family than a team. They put together a little presentation, culture, education. They ain't talking about how many games they didn't won, because we know they didn't lost again. But they got a presentation together and they showing everybody that this is a team. We are a family. The sponsors looking at it like, man, what the hell is this shit? All right, I guess. I told you the sponsor looked at this and said, I don't know what's going on here, but oh, okay. Hey, good job, Damon. I'll be in touch. Now, everyone else, they haven't been around sponsors before. And normally, if someone's going to follow up business with you, they're not going to say, I'll be in touch. They're going to say, hey, let me give you a call. Matter of fact, let's talk a little bit real quick before they go off. When they just say, I'll be in touch, they ain't going to be in touch. Now, this is a tough topic that I don't get into. But what she's saying is, Nathaniel, you getting special treatment here because you want to be something you're not. That's her words. It ain't got nothing to do with me or my feelings or what I got going on. But she's saying the only reason you got this room, Nathaniel, is because Keisha is the RA and she pulls the strings so you can get it, so you don't have to share bathrooms with everyone else. Now, I knew we were going to get to this in this show, and I'm tiptoeing around it. Coach Turner comes in, everyone's head is down. But as a coach, what you got to do? You got to uplift the team, the players. These are your boys. These are your kids. These are your sons. And what did he do? He went out to the local community, which they should have already been doing. The school should have already had this set up. And he reached out to some local businesses, and they're willing to sponsor a couple of the players. Now, I don't know why the team didn't do this from the beginning of the season. Hey, we got a baseball season coming up. If high schools can do it, why can't you guys? Damon is saying, forget the school budget. Let's all take our personal endorsement deals and sponsorship money and buy new equipment. And I'm thinking, I'm a college student. They're not really paying me that much money. No, sirree, Bob. That's the school's job. I'm not spending the little money that I'm got from my talent on this, especially if you're about to be getting the bigger endorsements. You got clothing coming out. I'm not spending my little $200 a month check on equipment for the team. I got to eat. I got things to do. But they talking about, yeah, we'll do it. No, that's what the school's budget is for. Everyone's parents are extremely rich at this campus, except for Cam's parents. Now, Thea is saying, that's why I didn't want that birthday party. I knew no one would show up. No one hangs out with me outside of tennis. My parents paid for the tennis facility. Simone is saying, I apologize for that. Maybe I shouldn't have did that. But why are we so down and out? If you change how you act towards people, then people will want to hang around you. At least we're seeing Thea and Simone start to get a little bit closer. Simone's saying, on my birthday, I'd want everything. The parties, the impromptu dancing. But then she apologizes, saying I'm projecting what I wanted on you. It's still technically your birthday, Thea. What you want to do for your birthday? Let me see what you want to do. She talking about, I am hungry. Simone said, you know what? I know a place. Here we go. We going tick for tag. Belinda, she just showed up with another written complaint to give to Keisha about everything that's going on. Now, Nathaniel, she pulls up and she has signatures of people saying that she's sneaking in her boyfriend after hours. I'm like, oh my goodness. Now it's, if you don't tell on me, I don't tell on you. Here we go. Now, even if you are sneaking somebody in, you'll get in trouble. Now, it's probably gonna have to be multiple occurrences. There's a difference between sneaking somebody in and letting someone live in your facility. But we're going to see how this plays out. She takes her complaint away and she walks off. And Nathaniel tells her, we're going to be friends one day. I'm like, what? I'm out, man. Dr. Allen comes in. Good job out there, coach. But under Georgia law, we can take up to 75% of these kids' endorsement deals. He's like, no, you won't. No, you won't. You and his mama came in here and y'all done messed up everything. We earned that. And what is this I'm hearing about? Auntie P's tenure. Dr. Allen says, boy, you don't get your nose out of business. You don't know nothing about everything's on pause here. That's above your pay grade. You are a baseball coach. I am Dr. Allen, President Allen. You got the audacity to call me a sellout too? You're skating on thin ice, Mr. Turner. Damon comes in here and talks to his mom. Now, she's seeing everything that happened and how he flipped the script. He ended up getting the whole team different type of sponsorships. And she's saying that's a good business mind. Now he's taking into consideration what Simone said, because she told him that you need to tell your mom and make her hear you. And he's saying, I have to fire you. I want you to be my mom. I don't want to have to be flipping the script and trying to figure out things behind your back. And she's looking like, what? But this would be the best decision. A lot of time you see kids come up with their parents controlling their money and things. You got to separate that family from the business. Now she's trying to be loving and caring and telling them, whatever you want, I want that. I want the best for you. But in the back of her mind, she's thinking about all the M's, the millions of dollars she's about to be missing out on, because she's been setting up his career to benefit her. And Damon is saying, I just want to build a relationship with my mother. I just want to love you for being my mom, not my agent. I'm an adult now. Coach Turner is over here talking to Amara and telling her, you're not the only one that has your tenure on hold. Everyone does. Now she's hearing this and she's saying, well, okay, good. And he's like, you're not targeted. So it's not just you specifically. Everyone's tenure is on hold. And she's thinking maybe Brinkston is in more financial debt than we thought. Of course, Simone, she ain't got no money, so she brought Theo over to her auntie's house. Now, Damon ends up showing up also. Auntie P gets on the phone. Hey, Ratchet Ralph, thanks for the opportunity, but I'm going to ride things out here. She's about to do some more journalism with inside the school. She needs to find out what's exactly going on with the finances. As I mentioned before, we knew we were going to have to discuss this at some point. Nathaniel comes in and tells Keisha, I don't need you fighting my battles going behind my back. At first, I thought it was the school being inclusive, but it wasn't them. It was you pulling these strings. And Nathaniel is saying that she wants to be able to fight these battles because in the real world, you're not always going to have that shield. So it's like, all right, cool. She going to step back. But Keisha said, if you need me to whoop on somebody, I got you, sis. It's been weighing in on JR. Is Damon his little brother? So he eventually tells Simone because he can't keep it in. And he's saying, I think Damon is my little brother because I remember having a little brother. And then all of a sudden he was gone and no one remembered. Now you remember he had the picture in his Bible. And he's telling Simone that they look exactly alike and his parents went to Brinkston. Now Simone is starting to think, wait a minute. My aunt and Coach Turner, they had a thing. And then it just ended abruptly. Could they be his parents? Now, if that's the truth, then that means JR is thinking, that means they'd have to be my parents too. Now, this is just all kinds of weird. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her. Yeah, she's spilling all the liquor. They take our girl Thea out to go pole dancing to end up the birthday party. Now, while they over there hitting the poles, Simone's looking at the baby picture of what could potentially be our man Damon. There you go, episode 3 of All American Homecoming. Now you got to remember, this is the All American universe where anything is possible. Do you guys think that Damon and JR are brothers? And do you think that Coach Turner and Auntie P are their parents? Let me know what you all think about that on Mo.J. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.